Hello and welcome to Election Results Live. I'm Will Hammond.
And I'm Coco Reen. Tonight we'll be revealing who's got the positions for Student Council, Student Trustee and Full-Time Officer for the year 2014 to 2015. Now remember, if you want to have your say, you can tweet us using the hashtag #LeadStaffs. And our very own Sarah Blackburn is backstage and will be reading out your tweets during the show.
Before we get into who's been elected for the Student Council, Student Trustee and Full-Time Officer positions, we'll be revealing the results of the referendum.
The referendum, which took place over the past few days, asked students, following the decision to close Stafford Campus, do you have confidence in the executive of Staffordshire University?
To announce the results of the referendum and what that means for us students, please welcome President of Staffordshire University Students' Union, Rochelle Owusu-Antwi.
The referendum question was, do you have confidence in the executive of Staffordshire University? The referendum did not reach the required quorum of 500, but for information, votes were cast as followed. Yes, 86, no, 261, and abstentions or don't know was 21 votes. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Rochelle. Very interesting. Sarah Blackburn, have people been talking about this on social media at all? We know it's a hot topic here in Stafford.
I've had some pretty interesting tweets in. One from Mr. Harry Heath, who thought the staff's referendum was really interesting, some really good points raised and discussed. We had another one which says 65% wanted to actually stay, so I'm guessing you're listening to students. Bit controversial there. We have one from our Purple Press as well, saying if Stafford hadn't have closed, the university would have had to reduce the size of the estate. And the final one we're going to finish with is from the staff's VC himself, which is a really interesting debate, and thanking students for taking part.
Thanks, Sarah. So we'll now move on to the announcement of who's been elected to fulfil the Student Council positions. These people will direct the work of the full-time officers, student trustees and the union as a whole and provide input on the issues affecting students.
There is up to 12 of these positions available here at Staffs, and this year the position received 10 applications. Therefore, all applications will be automatically elected unopposed. The names of our 10 student councillors for 2014-2015 are
Sunny Sharma,
Umi Sanyang,
Isakuku,
Awu Mahamud,
Chidima Jennifer Mohamed Bello,
Mama Jane, Natalie
Gott,
Amy Deliu,
Arletta Banak,
Alexandra Baldwin
and Arib Ahmad. So please give them all a big hand.
Now, before we move on to announcing those elected to the student trustee and full-time officer positions, we'll first take a quick look at how the votes are counted.
The Staffordshire University Students' Union leadership race takes place every year and is the process we use to select student council, student trustees and full-time officer positions. The voting system used to select the winning candidates is called the single transferable voting system, and here's how it works. If we have 10 candidates applying for 5 full-time officer positions, each voter can select their favourite candidate, and they can say if that candidate doesn't win, I would like my second choice to win, and if they don't win, I would like my third choice to win, and so on until they have no further preferences. This is known as voting in order of preference. Once the voting closes, the votes are counted. The first thing we do after voting closes is to work out the quota. The quota is the number of first preference votes divided by the number of available positions plus 1. For example, with 5 full-time officer positions available, if 600 people vote, the quota will be 600 divided by 5 plus 1. Therefore, in this case, the quota will be 100 votes. All the first preference votes for candidates are then counted. If any candidates achieve or surpass the quota, they'll be elected. If no candidates achieve the quota, or say if only 3 candidates do, which would leave 2 positions vacant, the candidate with the lowest number of votes is then eliminated. If you voted for the eliminated candidate, your second choice is then counted, and these are added on to the remaining candidates. If your second choice is also eliminated, your third choice will be counted. This process continues until 5 candidates have achieved the quota amount. These 5 will be elected your full-time officers for the next academic year. To see who has been elected the lead officer of your students' union, the elimination process continues until a single candidate is revealed as having the highest number of first preference votes. This person can then accept the position of lead officer, or the new 5 full-time officers can decide amongst themselves who is best suited to the job. And that's it. Simple, really.
And now we move on to announcing the student trustees.
Student trustees sit on the Students' Union Board of Trustees alongside the full-time officers and share the trustee responsibility alongside their studies. There are 4 of these positions available and there are 6 nominees for this academic year. Before we announce the 4 elected to the position of trustee, let's look at the 6 nominees. Alex Burnett,
Arletta Banack,
Natalie Gott,
Rowan Ash,
Kate Wayland,
and Rachel Heath.
Well done to all those who put themselves forward. However, it's now time to announce the 4 who have been elected. The quota for the student trustee election is 180. Here are the candidates at the first stage. Kate Wayland has reached the quota with 196 votes and has been elected.
Rowan Ash. Rowan Ash has received 152 votes but has not yet reached the quota.
Rachel Heath has reached the quota with 184 votes and has been elected.
Alex Burnett has reached the quota with 184 votes and has been elected.
Natalie Gott has received 153 votes but has not yet reached the quota.
Arletta Banack has received 32 votes but has not yet reached the quota.
At this point, Arletta Banack has the least amount of votes and has been eliminated and has had their next preferences redistributed. The quota has now been lowered.
So Natalie Gott has now reached the quota with 161 votes and has been elected.
Your elected student trustees for 2014-15 are now as follows. Kate Wayland,
Rachel Heath,
Alex Burnett,
and Natalie Gott.
As Natalie has also been elected as student councillor, she will have to choose which role to take.
Congratulations to all of them, and we wish them all the very best in their positions as student trustees for the forthcoming academic year.
Sarah, what's going on Twitter?
There's a lot of excitement and a lot of nervous candidates, people now. We've got a few people giving last-minute good luck. That grey-haired guy says, "Why am I so nervous? I'm not even running." I know how he's feeling. We have somebody who says they're top team. There's also a lot of tension in the TV studio, but Purple Prez is looking forward to seeing all the candidates and having fun watching them support each other. So it's pretty exciting times around here.
Thanks, Sarah. We'd now like to invite Rochelle, the current president of the Students' Union, to announce the results of the 5 full-time officers elected into their new full-time officer positions.
I know it's been an incredibly stressful time these past few weeks, having gone through the process myself 2 years in a row. Just thank you to everybody who's put themselves forward and all the hard work that you've put in over the last few weeks and putting yourself out there to engage with students, more importantly. Whatever the results are tonight, that is absolutely no reflection on you if you do get in or you don't get in. Actually, that's a really bad thing, because you've all been great. And you've, oh my God, that's awful. And you've obviously made me really proud to be staffed as well, so I'm going to actually stop mumbling on, and I'll get started with the part you've obviously all been waiting for, which is the results. So, the top 10 candidates for the full-time officer positions, 5 of those, are as follows. Yashwanth Nooker, Matthew Jackson, Will Farrow, Anne Beavis, Thomas Hope, Chris Winpenny, Louise Mason, Deo Odubonojo, Hannah Sadler, and Mel Ramsey. So moving on to the next stage, the quota for the full-time officer elections is 288.17. Here are the candidates at the first stage. Yashwant Nuka has reached the quota with 313 votes and has been elected. No one else has yet reached the quota, so we will eliminate the candidate with the lowest amount of votes. After removing one candidate, no one else has yet reached the quota, so we will eliminate the candidate with the lowest amount of votes. Mel Ramsey has now reached the quota with 241 votes and has now been elected. The candidate with the lowest amount of votes has once again been eliminated. Louise Mason has now reached the quota with 229 votes and has now been elected. The candidate with the lowest amount of votes has once again been eliminated. Thomas Hope and Dio Odubanojo has now been elected, both with 199 votes. So now that gives me great pleasure to announce that your new full-time officer team for 2014-15 is now as follows: Yashwant Nuka, Mel Ramsey, Louise Mason, Thomas Hope and Dio Odubanojo. Congratulations to those five. And before we announce who will be selected as lead officer, we'll quickly check in with what's going on Twitter.
Twitter's kind of exploded. We've got a tweet from our very own Gary Richardson, who's asking why he's nervous and wishing everybody good luck. That grey-haired guy's back once again, saying congratulations to Alex for getting his position as well. And there's quite a lot of thank yous for people supporting their campaigns as well right now. Yeah, that's pretty much Twitter.
Thanks, Sarah. Now we've got our 5 full-time officers for the new year elected. Let's see who among them is going to be offered the position of lead officer. The lead officer is, drum rolls, quite suspenseful. Just need to get it wrong. Now, I have to make it clear that obviously the person's been elected to be lead officer, but they don't actually have to accept the position, not to put them under a massive amount of pressure at the moment, and they may feel that there may be someone else suited to do the role, or they may not feel like they want to be the person, so not to put that massive amount of pressure on Mel at the moment. But just wanted to say a massive congratulations to you all. I have every confidence that you're going to do an absolutely amazing job. I do actually believe that. And commiserations as well to the rest of the candidates that have put yourselves forward. Just thank you so much for your engagement. So now I'm going to invite your new officer team, as a collective, on stage to do a short and awkward acceptance speech. So if I could welcome on the officer team.
Hi everyone. We just want to say a bit. It's been an emotional journey. Campaigning has been really difficult, but I just want to thank everyone for all the support and everyone that's been pushing, the whole officer team and all the candidates. Everyone's done really well, and I'm just proud to represent Staffs one more time. So that's just for me.
Hello. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that supported me over the last 2 weeks, and I'll try and make everyone proud. That's about it, really.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody who voted for me. Pretty speechless, to be honest, but thank you for all your support, and I'll do you all proud. Thank you.
Hi everyone, and thanks everyone. And I'm so happy that you not only accepted me, but also appreciated for the hard work which I've put in. Thanks, I'm blessed.
Hi, I can't believe it at all. Thank you so much. I really hope that this year, obviously we've got a great team, and hopefully we can do just as well as this team has done, or perhaps even better. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So a big well done to everyone who put themselves forward, and congratulations to those who were successful.
We'd also like to say thank you to everyone who voted and having a say about your Students' Union. That's all from us at Staffs TV this evening.
And remember, you can follow us on Twitter. We're at Staffs TV, and why not like our Facebook page too? Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.